So regarding the last theory of the super germs, this could actually be tested, and it's not very difficult to do it. What I really need to do is to prepare a culture, which is something that I haven't done during this phase of my research, but I have had, and I mentioned it, a little experience doing it last time, like 2 years ago, when I bought the microscope and the syringes and needles and all the stuff. So I prepared several. I used both agar-agar, which is the standard material, and I've got like a big, still have like a huge box of it somewhere, but I know all my stuff is like either in boxes or in storage. So, but I've also mentioned that I remember that I prepared like agar-agar is like, it's food, like germ food. I mean, germ can eat. I mean, they're not that picky, but there's a specific mixture that is very good to create cultures, so which like colonies of them inside the petri dishes, like this one. This is not this is just dirty. It's not. I mean, perhaps it's unintentionally also. Perhaps, yeah, it looks like it's actually a germ colony already, but just by mistake. Sometimes germ colonies develop by I mean, many times without the researcher actually wanting to develop. But anyway, in order to test the theory, I need to just create like agar-agar. It's like home brews of it with like broth, like bouillon, and yeast and stuff. I don't remember. It's easy to find. So you create this food, and then you place it on the bottom of the petri dish, and I mean, and then I need to take something like I need to find material which, I mean, almost any biological material will suffice. But for my purpose, I think it's best to take something from the stool sample. I mean, not my own, but possibly for some kind of from dog, or like from the street. You know, I mean, any stool sample from any animal from the street. Just a small bit is enough, because you know all of them they have equally, and know all the nice the regular nesties. So you place it on the agar-agar, or the home brew agar-agar, and just you wait 4 or 5 days, and you see the culture. It's easy. I mean, it's not difficult to miss. So the idea is that after the culture is prepared, I will cut it in half, and half will stay in the same petri dish, and the second half I'll place in another petri dish, where I will where I'll put like a drop of my semen. I mean, too much will. I mean, it's also interesting to see, and to I mean, to manage fights, like to see how, I mean, what's the minimal amount that is needed in order to destroy the colony. I mean, but the idea is to put small enough that they will win, that the germs will win, and to wait sometimes for them to rest from the battle, and to swarm and multiply. And I mean, the actual protocol of the experiment, I mean, I need to work on it, but that's the main idea is something like that. And then we'll have two colonies. I mean, hopefully we'll have two colonies: the original one, and the ones which are descendants of those that ate that defeated the Neros. And then it's interesting to see. I mean, to subject both of the colonies to all sorts of, like, you know, hardships, like to see which is more resistant to cold or to heat, or to, you know, maybe even things like alcohol or soap, which should kill them immediately, and maybe we will see that the mutant ones are like more resistant to it. And it's a whole, I mean, branch of research that just now, I mean, came to my mind, and I'll certainly pursue it when I have the time, possibly in one of the coming days, because I have a lot of, I mean, the magnetism approach to the exciting to make the the creative work of Nero more efficient is currently, it seems like a very a success or fruitful branch of research. So I want to continue pursuing this branch, but certainly it's what I propose now. The more I talk about it, it sounds more interesting and also more kind of like it might produce like very, it should be done with cautious, but this could produce very, very nice videos, because when you have a culture, you also have like, you can put the like sample from the culture in a serum, in water or something like that, and then you clearly see the microbes under the microscope. That's the way, because otherwise it's difficult to see microbes under a microscope. But Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, the first one, the inventor of microscopy, not of microscopy, sorry, he was not the first one to use microscopy, but he was the one that the founder of microbiology. So he noticed that it's much more easier. It's easier to see germs if you take a sample from a pond which is swarming with bugs. So I wanted to say that this can create. This kind of research can produce like very exciting videos, and I know that you really like people like videos and photographs and cool stuff. But this should be done with a lot of care, because if I take it out of the petri dish and put it inside under the microscope, then it could, if I'm not really cautious, then the mutant germs could, just fly and, So you should do it very cautiously, but yeah, it will be exciting.